guys, so today I'm going to be doing my vacation braids and I've already started. So I'm doing the straight back braids, really long, like knee length. As you guys can see, I started with 2 rows of knotless braids in the back, and then in the front I'm gonna go ahead and do the feed-ins. So I just want to show you guys this process. Of course, I am using the 3-time Xpression pre-stretched hair. It's 58 inches, and I got a 30, I have a 27, and I have color 2. And I got this hair from Sam's Beauty. It's the same hair that I used in my last braid video. I'll leave it up in the cards. I'll leave links to this hair down in the description box. But you guys know most of the time I get my braiding hair from Sam's Beauty. It's very affordable, very convenient, comes right to your doorstep, and boom, get the colors, the length, everything that you want. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm coming along, and we're just gonna get right into it. So I did end up having to feed in hair at the bottom to get it all the way to knee length, and I'm just tying a knot at the end. So let's jump into the small braids in the front. So I'm using Hicks Edge Control. I love Hicks because it is strong, it does not flake or turn into white residue. So on my clients and most of the time on myself, I'm using Hicks. If I have it, it is a bit pricey. I believe it's like $14.99, sometimes it's $16.99. So it's pretty pricey, but I think it's worth it. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put this down the part like this. So I start with the middle part just to make sure everything is even, and then what I'm gonna do is just part like ½ an inch on each side, and this is gonna be my first braid because I want the first braid to be in the middle of my head. So that's just a little trick. And of course it's a little harder on yourself, so just be patient, take your time. But once you get this parted out, you should be good to go for the rest of the braids. Alright y'all, so I think for the rest of this video, voiceover Bree is gonna have to take over because I was stressed out doing this one braid. It came out pretty good, but I just need to concentrate, and I'll show you guys like clips of me braiding. Hopefully I cover everything, and if you guys have any questions, you can comment down below. So I'm passing the mic to the voiceover Bree, and I'll see y'all at the end of the video.
So I had to do this side off camera so I could just get the hang of things. And as you guys can see, it looks really good. I absolutely love it. The braids are super long and it's coming along. So I just needed to go off camera and get my life together. So now that we're back, I'm just pulling out my edges. You want to make sure that you have enough edges out to do your baby hairs, or you can do one of the TikTok trends and just add some weave, but I'm just going to go ahead and opt out of that and use my real hair. So I put my edges out and then I'm parting out my braid. So I'm really glad that I started in the middle because it literally made every braid after that super easy to part and do. So if you have trouble with parts and you're doing this by yourself, I recommend starting in the middle of your head and working your way out onto the sides. So of course you're going to use your edge control to get every hair in place and make sure that everything is out the way, because once you start braiding, you don't want to have hairs that are not supposed to be there inside of the braid. So basically I'm taking my hair and starting with the number 2. So I take really small pieces because I feed in about 2 to 3 pieces of the number 2 into the top of my braid. And then I don't start feeding in the colored hair until I get to the back, because I just wanted to keep like a uniform look in the front and have the party in the back. And I probably take about 2 to 3 pieces of the 27 and then 2 to 3 pieces of the 30, and then I just continue as needed when I am going down the braid, if that makes sense. So how much hair you feed into your braid is going to depend on the thickness of your hair. If your hair is thicker, then you may want to not feed in as much. If your hair isn't as thick, then you may want to add a few more pieces. But the thickness of my hair, I just wanted to keep it at somewhat of a minimal and make sure that the braids were still small, but also, you know, it looks good at the end where I'm feeding it in at. So you want to definitely keep that in mind. So as you guys can see, as I am braiding down, I start to immediately add hair in, because this is where you want your braid to get thicker and not get skinnier, because these are knee length braids. So also keep that in mind too. You have to keep feeding in even at the bottom. So I know you're wondering, knee length braids, like how does your arm even reach all the way down there? It doesn't. So I literally wrapped the braid around my neck. I know this looks crazy, but it worked, and I did it for every single braid. And this also not only helped me be able to braid and reach, it also helped me know how long to do the braid. So basically, I wrap my hair around my neck once, and then I'll wrap it around for the second time. And as long as I'm able to wrap the braid around my neck 2 times, then the length of the braids are pretty the same for the most part. So this definitely helped a lot, and I was definitely able to get the length that I desired. So I'm going to show you guys how I do the last 2 braids. I do them just like the other ones, but I'm just going to speed it up and show you those 2. And I will talk to you guys at the end of the video.
Okay, y'all, so I'm done. It honestly didn't take as long as I thought it would. I'm actually going to cut my baby hairs. Like, they have some straight pieces. I just want the curly pieces to be there, and honestly it's kind of too long as well, so I'm just cutting them. I may have to use some got to be glued for my edges, because baby, it don't seem like this Hicks is gonna hold them down. I'm gonna first do, I wish I had my got to be glued gel, but I'm gonna try this ORS Grip Ultra Hold Gel for my edges. I typically use this for wigs, but I'm gonna see how this holds up. I also know that sometimes it causes a little bit of residue. Hopefully it's not gonna do that this time. Okay, so I did a little something, so I'm gonna take my TGIN hydrating whip mousse and put that all over the braids. Oh, this feels so good. This is gonna lay down any like hairs that you have kind of lingering, and tie it all down. Okay guys, so I've let this sit for a little bit, and I'm gonna take it on off. Okay. I love these braids, guys. I think I am gonna have to go ahead and get me some got to be glued, because this this holds, but it's wet, so it kind of makes my hairs like wavy. So I'm definitely gonna get some got to be glued gel for my edges. And yeah, other than that, absolutely love them. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on some makeup, change my clothes, change the scenery, and show you guys how these braids look. It's not that I want you here. It's not the way you said to my eyes. Okay guys, so that was really all I could get when I was on vacation of my hair, because it was just so much going on and it was hot. But this is like maybe a week later. The braids are holding up, but I wanted to just show you guys how long they really are. Let me see. So they go down to my knees. They go down to my knee. And I am really enjoying my braids. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you guys the braids when they were fresh, but you can still get a look for them. I really like them, and they have been a great protective style so far. For my edges, I actually used my Everest edge control because the Gatsby glue didn't work either. So if you have like any good edge control recommendations, let your girl know. But yeah, absolutely love these braids. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below and I will chat with you guys down there.
I know that I don't make things clear.